If you are someone who is looking to send bulk emails every single day without paying a dime on the emails you send, then you must watch this video till the very end. At the end of this video, you are going to be your own boss as I walk you through step-by-step process on how to build your own email marketing application from scratch. Use it to send bulk emails, track your campaigns, build autoresponders, track your clicks, and more. If you're an email marketer who is tired of paying huge monthly fees on sending bulk emails using third-party websites, then this video is for you. After following this video to building your own email marketing application, you are no more going to be paying huge fees to send bulk emails, and you can now send unlimited emails for completely free. Now, to host the email marketing application, you will need a domain and a hosting. If you already have a website, you can go ahead and host this without purchasing a new domain for this. But if you want to start from scratch or this is new to you, let's go through each step by step, starting from getting the domain. For the domain, I'm going to use Hostinger, but feel free to use any website to purchase your domain. If you're also using Hostinger, click on Domains. Now enter the domain name you want to use and click Search. I'm going to purchase this mailverve.net, which is quite expensive. You can choose to buy .xyz extension, which costs $0.99, or .online extension if you can't afford .com or .net domains. Don't try to be perfect on this. It's your own website and nobody cares. So after deciding on the domain name, click Add to Cart and let's purchase it. As you can see, the .net is very expensive, so if you can't afford, buy the .online or .xyz instead of .com or .net. Next, enter your email and password to create account and proceed to make the payment. So I will select my preferred payment method, fill in my details, and proceed to make the payment. Now I'm going to skip the payment part and then we proceed. Alright, my domain have been bought, and if you're following this step by step, you should also get your domain before proceeding. Next, we need a hosting to host our email marketing application. And for that, I'm going to use a website called Shinjuru.com. I am not affiliated to this website, so feel free to use any hosting platform you want, and then you can follow up because what we are going to do is the same thing. So open a new tab and visit Shinjuru.com. If you are also using Shinjuru for your hosting, click on Web Hosting and then select Budget Offshore Hosting. For the plan, choose the one you can afford and click Order Now. For me, I'm going to choose the basic plan for hosting just one website. Here, select I will use my existing domain and update my name servers. Now enter your domain name and its extension and click Use. Next, click Continue and proceed to make the payment. Next, enter your details and proceed to make the payment. You can pay with crypto on Shinjuru, so I'm going to skip all this process and proceed to make the payment. Alright, payment has been made. Next, let's head to our Shinjuru dashboard and proceed with the configuration. Now let's log into our cPanel, and then we can host the email marketing application. So click your hosting service, and then click Login to cPanel. Alright, we've now purchased our domain and hosting. Since we buy each service from different websites, we need to connect our domain to our cPanel hosting before our website will work. And the way we do this is using a website called Cloudflare to point our domain to our hosting. So if you get to this point where you've bought your domain and hosting, open a new tab and visit cloudflare.com. It's free, so create an account if you don't have one and log in. After logging into your account, click on Add Site, and then enter your domain and click Continue. Next, scroll down and choose the free plan and proceed. Click Continue. Next, we need to point our Cloudflare name servers to where we bought our domain. In my situation, I bought my domain from Hostinger, so I will copy my Cloudflare name servers and replace them with my Hostinger name servers. So depending on where you bought your domain, you will follow same procedure to changing the name servers. If you're also using Hostinger, click on DNS/name servers. Click Change Name Servers and then replace them with your Cloudflare name servers and save. Alright, the name servers have been changed and it takes few hours to fully propagate. Now let's head back to our Cloudflare dashboard and proceed. So as you can see, it says pending name servers and we have to wait for some time. So after a few hours of wait, refresh your page. And if you see this great news message, then we can proceed. Finally, let's point our domain to our cPanel hosting. And to do that, click on DNS. Next, delete all the records that Cloudflare automatically pulls from your domain registrar. Finally, let's point our domain to the hosting. And to do that, click on Add Record. For the type, make sure it's an A record. Next, type the @ symbol at the name field. At the IPv4 address field, head back to your cPanel dashboard. Now copy the shared IP address and paste it at the IPv4 address field in Cloudflare. Turn off proxy status and save. So that's how we point our domain to our cPanel hosting. And now our website is ready and working. But before we proceed in hosting the email marketing application, let's add few more records which will help in using our hosting to send and receive bulk emails. So click Add Record. Leave the type as A record. Type mail at the name field and point it to your cPanel shared IP address. Turn off proxy status and save. Let's add another A record. Type www at the name field and point it to your cPanel IP address and save. Let's add another record. For the record type, choose MX from the dropdown. Type the @ symbol at the name field. At the main server field, type mail. Your domain name. At the priority, type 10 and save. That's it for the DNS records, but we will add few more email deliverability records to be able to send and receive emails. Now let's check our website if it's working and then we proceed. Alright, so after checking your website and you see this index of /, then it means our website is 100% working. Now before we host the email marketing application, let's secure our website by installing SSL certificate. So let's head back to our cPanel and install the SSL certificate. And to do that, click on SSL status. Next, check all the domains and click Run Auto SSL. Once it's done installing, you will see your domain marked green, which means your website is now secured. So let's check it out. Alright, mine is still showing not secured even though it's secured, and thus is because of the cookies. So don't worry if you also encounter same problem. Now to confirm it's working, open your website in incognito mode. As you can see, it's no more showing not secured. As time goes on, it will appear in your browser, so don't worry. Finally, let's host the email marketing application, but before we do, let's configure email deliverability to be able to send and receive emails. So let's head back to our cPanel dashboard. Click on Email Deliverability. Click Manage. Now we are going to add the DKIM record and SPF record to Cloudflare. So starting from the DKIM record, First, copy the default _domain key without your domain and herd back to Cloudflare. Add new record. Choose TXT as the record type and paste the default domain key at the name field. Next, copy and paste its value at the content field and save. Let's add the SPF record. So now you could see the DKIM is now marked as valid. For the SPF record, only copy the value. Add a new TXT record. Type the @ symbol at the name field and paste the value at the content field and save. We are left with one more record called DMark record, and for that record, open a new tab and search DMark generator. Open the Easy DMark website. Next, enter your domain name. At the reports send to, enter reports at your domain name. You will need to create this email in your cPanel later to be able to receive reports on your emails. Next, scroll down and let's add the records. First, copy the _DMark and herd back to Cloudflare. Add new TXT record. Paste the _DMark at the name field and then copy and paste its value of the content field and save. So that's all for the DNS configuration. Finally, let's install the email marketing application on our cPanel and begin sending bulk emails. As stated, we are going to need an email marketing application file to host on our cPanel. And to get the file, open a new tab and visit franksarena.com. Click on the email marketing tool and add to cart. Next, fill in your details including your account username and password and proceed. For the payment, you can choose between Bitcoin or Litecoin, but I'm going to use Litecoin. So click on the Bitcoin icon and select Litecoin. Next, click on Copy and then copy the generated address and proceed to make the payment. So I'm going to pause the video, and once payment is done, then we proceed. Alright, payment has been made. Next, let's head back to Frank's Arena and log into our dashboard and access the file. Now before you log in, we need to verify our email first, so I will check my email and confirm, activate my account, and then we proceed. Alright, my account is now activated and I was successfully logged into my dashboard. Finally, let's download the email marketing file, so click on Orders. Click Downloads, and then click Download to download the file. The file has been downloaded. Next, locate the file and extract. Now let's upload the file to our cPanel, so let's herd back to our cPanel. Scroll down and click on File Manager. Open Public HTML. Next, click on Settings at the top right corner, and then select both Home Directory and Show Hidden Files and Save. This part is very important, so make sure you don't skip showing all hidden files. Next, select all and delete everything. Finally, let's upload the email marketing file, so click on Upload. Open the email marketing folder and upload the latest file. After uploading, Head back to your file manager and click Reload. Now let's extract the file to our file manager. So right-click on the latest file and choose Extract. After extracting the file, let's now begin the installation. So head back to your domain or website and refresh the page. So there you have it. Everything is working perfectly fine. Now follow me step by step to complete the installation. So scroll down. Now depending on the cPanel you're using, some of them will be missing some extensions that we need to enable them. In my situation, the IMAP extension is not enabled, so we need to enable that. So based on the extension missing here, follow the same procedure I will be showing you to enable all the missing extension you miss when you get to this point. Now to enable them, let's head back to our cPanel main dashboard. Search for PHP, and then choose Select PHP Version. Click on the Extensions tab. Alright, it's not showing up, so we need to change the PHP version. So if you also encounter this problem, select the PHP dropdown and choose the latest version. So after changing the PHP version, I'm also missing another file. So let's fix them. Again, click on the Extensions tab, and then you will get all these extensions. The next step is to enable those that is needed by the application. Please note that depending on the cPanel you're using, the type of extension you need to enable might be different from mine. In my case, I need to enable IMAP and zip extension, so let me enable them. The IMAP have been enabled, so let's check. So as you can see, it's now working. Next is the PHP zip extension, so let me enable that too, and then we proceed. Alright, everything looks perfect now, so let's proceed. Next is the admin configuration, so let's enter our site name and the description we want. For the code, you will find it in the email marketing file you purchased from Frank's Arena. So locate it and then paste it here. Next, enter your admin log and credentials and proceed. For the admin email, you can use your own Gmail, but it's better to use your business email to look more professional. So let's create an admin email from our cPanel and use that. To create an email, click Email Accounts. Click Create. Enter the username and password and click Create. The email has been created, so I will copy and paste and then proceed. Once again, feel free to use any email you want as your admin email, including Gmail. Also make sure the Create Customer Account is checked. Next is the system's email configuration. Now note that for this email marketing application, you can use it to sell email marketing and allow users to sign up for your website and pay for sending bulk emails. So this system's email configuration is the way you want to send emails to your users if someone signs up. And you can connect SMTP or an email. If you follow this video step by step, select the Send Mail option. At the From Email, enter the email you will want to use. I highly recommend you choose a business email from your website. So I'm going to add it and then proceed. Also make sure the email you choose, you create it in your cPanel. Next, enter your From name and proceed. Next is the database, so let's create a database by heading to our cPanel main dashboard. To create the databases, scroll down to the database section. Click on Database Wizard. Give it a name and click Next Step. Enter the username and set up password and click Create User. Next, select all privileges and click Make Changes. Alright, the database has been created and these are your database name and username, so let's add them to the configuration. For the host name, type localhost. Next, enter your database credentials and then click Save. Click Set up Database to proceed. Next, select the first cron job and save. Now copy the cron job starting from the /usr and head back to your cPanel. Search for cron jobs. At the common settings, choose once per minute and paste the command you copied at the command field and click Add New Cron Job. So that's it, and we are almost done with the configuration. Alright, congratulations if you make it up to this point. We've successfully installed our own email marketing application and we can now start sending unlimited emails. We are now going to set up our email marketing app, so let's log into the admin dashboard. And to access your admin dashboard, always add /admin at the end of your domain and log in with your admin credentials. So this is the admin dashboard you will see after the setup. Now let's go through the settings and then we test our application. So click on the Settings tab and select all settings from the Settings menu. Everything is already set, so you don't have to make any new changes, but just a few. For the default language, you can change it to your preferred language. Also, as stated earlier, you can use this application and resell emails by allowing users to register and charging them for sending bulk emails. But I'm going to use mine personally without allowing anyone to sign up. So if you also want to use yours privately, uncheck the Enable Customer Registration to prevent users from signing up. Once again, if you want to sell email services, leave that enabled and save. Next is the system email settings, and we've already set this up during the configuration. But you can still make changes to it at any time. That's it for the settings. The rest is already set, and we leave it default. Please note that this is just an email marketing application that only gives you the interface to send bulk emails, designs your emails, track clicks, and everything. But it doesn't give you an SMTP. So in email marketing, to send bulk emails you will need what we call SMTP to connect to this application and begin sending your emails. For the SMTP, I have made step-by-step videos on how to build your own SMTP, so make sure to check them out after watching this video. So before we can send bulk emails with our application, we need to connect our SMTP. And to do that, click on the Sending tab on the menu. Click on Sending Servers. Now you can add as many SMTPs as you want, and to add an SMTP, click New Server. Now apart from connecting normal SMTP, you can connect AWS SMTP, SendGrid, Mailgun, and others. For this video, I'm going to add Gmail as my SMTP for testing purposes. But if you're sending bulk emails, I don't recommend you add Gmail as your SMTP. So scroll down and choose SMTP. and this is where you will add your SMTP credentials. Now I'm going to add my Gmail as SMTP for testing purposes. So for Gmail, the host name is smtp.gmail.com. The SMTP username will be your sending email. So for Gmail, you will enter the Gmail address you want to use. If you are adding normal to SMTP, the SMTP password will be your normal SMTP password. But for Gmail's SMTP, we can't use our Gmail password. To get the password, open your Gmail inbox. Click on the user icon and then click on Manage your Google account. Click on Security. Next, search for app passwords and click on it. Give it any recognizable name and click Create. Now you will be generated a random password, and this is the password we are going to use. So copy and paste the password into your application and proceed. Next, enter the port number for your SMTP. If you're using Gmail, the port number is 465. Type SSL as the encryption method and then save. I have successfully added the SMTP, and you can follow the same procedure to add as many SMTP as you want. Now make sure to test it out before sending bulk emails with it. But before that, scroll down and then let's configure the settings. Starting with the speed limit, let's customize it. Now this part is very important because if you don't set it correctly, you will end up burning your SMTP and all your emails will land in spam folder. So you have to set a reasonable interval to sound natural when sending emails. For the Gmail SMTP, the maximum emails we can send is 500, so I'm going to set the sending limit to 400 per day. Feel free to choose how you want it, but it should be reasonable. Next, let's add sending identity, which is your SMTP email. So I will again add my Gmail and then save. Next, save the changes and then let's test out the SMTP to see if it will deliver before we can start sending bulk emails with it. The from email will be the same email as your sending identity email you set. Next, enter the email you want to send the test email and then add your subject and content and send. The message has been sent. Now let's check it out if it delivered. That's the email, meaning my SMTP is working, and I can now start sending bulk emails with it. So that's how we add SMTP. And you follow the same procedure to add as many SMTPs you want. As already explained, this application was designed to sell to users for using your application to send bulk emails. But personally for me, I am building to use it privately. After adding your SMTP and testing it out to see it's working, we need to add a plan, so click on the plan on the menu. Click Manage Plans. These are all built-in default plans you can use if you intend to allow users to register and use your application. But if you're building this to use it privately like me, then let's create a new plan for ourselves. Give it a name, description, and set the price to 0. Set the billing cycle and currency, and then click Next. I'm going to make it 10 years since I'm personally using it. For the sending servers, you choose between whether you want users to connect their own SMTP or they use the SMTPs you add at the admin section. You decide on this, but since I'm personally using this for myself, I'm going to maintain the first option. We now set the plan. Next, let's connect SMTP to the plan, and then we are almost done. So to do that, click on the Sending Server tab. Click Add Sending Server. And then select the SMTP you would want to use for the plan and click OK. Since I have only added one Gmail SMTP, I'm going to select that and proceed. But as explained, you can add as many SMTP as you want. We are almost done with the configuration. Now after adding the plan, we need to connect it to our admin user in order to be able to send bulk emails using the user dashboard. Without doing this, we can't access the user dashboard to be able to create campaigns and start sending bulk emails with our application. So click on the customer on the menu and select customers from the drop-down. So this is the admin customer, and if you check here it states no active subscription, meaning we need to add the plan we created to be able to access the user dashboard. So click on the arrow down and choose Assign Plan. Next, select the plan you created. Now it has changed from no active subscription to pending, so we need to activate it on our user dashboard. By the way, we are done with the admin configuration, so we can now log into the user dashboard and begin sending bulk emails. In summary, concerning the admin configuration, we first configured the settings, and then add SMTPs. Next, we created a plan and connect it to our admin user. Now all what we are doing, we are setting up for ourselves to use as admin for sending bulk emails. So we are done with the admin configuration. If you are planning on allowing users to use your application and sell to them, all you will do is to add more plans and add payment methods, and the users can pay and start using your application. Now let's log into our admin customer dashboard and begin creating campaigns to start sending emails with our application. To log into your admin customer dashboard, click on the username, and then click Customer View. So as already explained, before a customer can access the customer dashboard to start sending emails with your application, they need to choose a plan that you set in the admin dashboard. So make sure to add payment methods so your customers can make payment with it. But since I am using this for myself, there's no need to add a payment method. So when you get here, fill in your billing details and then select the offline payment method and proceed. Alright, we are now on the customer dashboard and we can now create a campaign and begin sending bulk emails. So as a customer, all you need to do here is to add your email list and then create campaign and start sending. So let's first upload our email list. And to do that, click on Lists on the menu and then click Lists again. Give it a name. Select your SMTP email from email and set your default from name. The contact info is not that necessary, but it's mandatory to add them. For the address, you can use random generated address and then proceed. So I will search for random address generator and use that to set up. When you're done, click Save. We've created our list, and you can follow the same procedure to create as many as you want. After creating the list, we need to import our email leads into the list. And to do that, click on the arrow down and choose Import. Now you can download the sample CSV and see how to arrange your emails before you import them. Now let me import my email leads and then we proceed. Alright, my leads have been imported. So as you can see here, it was over 44,000 emails that imported. Now this was to show you how to import your leads. Now I'm going to create a new list and use that to test. So I will click on Create List and follow same procedure I used to create this private leads list. Finally, we can now create a campaign and start sending bulk emails. So I'm going to create a campaign to test my application. To create a campaign, click on Campaigns on the menu. Click Create Campaign. You can decide to choose a drag and drop builder to design your email, or choose a plain text where you can add HTML to design your email. I'm going to go with the regular to use the drag and drop editor to design my email. Next, select the list you want to send the campaign to and click Next. Now name your campaign, enter your email subject, set the email you want to receive replies from the emails you send to, toggle these off if you don't want to track email clicks, and then click Next to proceed. Next, let's create an email template. Select any of the templates and design your email. So I'm going to add my email and then we proceed. But you can design it anyhow you want it to look if you're good in designing. But I'm just going to add some text for testing purposes. Next, you can choose to schedule your campaigns or send them immediately. I'm going to send mine immediately, so I will click Next to proceed. Finally, click Done and begin sending emails. Alright, the emails have been sent. Now let's check my emails if it delivered and hit the inbox. There you have it. I sent to 3 emails and this is the first one. Let's check the remaining 2 emails. This also delivered is now 100%, which keeps track of the emails that were opened. And of course I opened all the 3 emails, that's why it's marked 100%. I didn't include any links in my test email, that's why the click rate is 0. Another beauty thing about the application is that you can create an autoresponder and pop-up forms to display on your website to collect email opt-ins. For the automations, click on Automations on the menu. Click Add New. Next, select the trigger option. And then select the list. If you are building an email list from an opt-in form, all you will do is to create a new list, and then never import any emails into the list, and then select that list here. Next, name your automation and click Get Started. I'm not going to walk you through everything on how to build an email automation. That will be covered in my upcoming videos, so make sure to subscribe and stay updated. As also mentioned, you can build an opt-in form to display on your website to collect emails, and those emails will be saved in your list, and you can add automation to those emails to automatically send out emails to your subscribers. Again, I'm not going to go through that. That will be covered in another video. Now, to build the opt-in form, you need to first connect the website you want the form to pop up. And to connect any site, click on Integrations on the menu and choose Add Your Website. Next, enter the domain name and click Get Code. Next, all you will do is to copy and paste this code into the header section of your website, and any form you build here will be displayed on the page. After connecting your domain, you can now build the opt-in form, and to do that, click on Lists on the menu and select Forms. Click Create Form. Next, select any of the templates and design it to your liking. Once again, I'm not going to go through this. We will cover that in my upcoming videos. So you can use this drag and drop editor to design your opt-in form, and this will pop up on the websites you connect to the application provided you install the code given after adding your website domain. So that's it for this video. You can now be your own boss by following this step-by-step video and build your own email marketing application.